Hey everyone, thanks for checking out my video. Just hanging out at home on Saturday, got some soccer on TV, Premier League, and just hanging out with the family, and I thought I'd make a video real quick about Alterna comics. I got my order in. I ordered these maybe last week. I'd never even heard of this company, but stumbled upon it. I was at a different comic shop and actually saw this Sonitus. I think it's Latin, if I remember my Latin right. Anyway, stumbled upon it. Had never really heard of it. $1.50 cover price. That's the thing with these guys. So the whole point of Alterna is that they are bringing back a couple things from the past. If you open these up, here, I'll open up this one. Newsprint. I don't know if you can see that. This is newsprint paper. So they lowered their costs. They printed on newsprint, which, you know, everybody thought newsprint's more expensive. That's what we heard a couple times, right? But I guess not. You got a cheaper price. You got newsprint. And not only that, they're attempting to get these into newsstands again. I know if you go on their website, they've got comics in like Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, and there's also a crowdfunding event. I'll talk about that in a second. They're raising money to try to get their comics in grocery stores and other places. So maybe you can go in the gas station and get a comic book again here in the future. But anyway, grabbed this one, read it. I'm not going to review it now. I might not even review it. But anyway, I read it, and it spurred me to look into more, and I made a big order. This is a lot of comics, right? I think it's 12 for a 12, 13, whatever. It's 12 without this one. But $24, $25 shipped. I mean, I could go down to the shop and buy that many comics and spend $50 on Marvel, DC, or even Dark Horse or Vertigo. You know, the $4 a comic thing, it gets a little old, right? But it's okay if you know you're gonna like what you're reading. So if you know you love Spider-Man and you pick up Spider-Man and it doesn't matter, you know, what the story's about, you just want to read Spider-Man, then $4, whatever, no problem. But if you want to try something new, you want to try out a new sci-fi adventure, it's a lot easier to just pick up a copy of this for $1.50 and give it a go, and if you don't like it, whatever, you know, give it to a kid and let them try it out, or you can read the next one, no big deal. So that's something I really like. I like the idea of comics being cheaper. I think I read somewhere that Peter Simeti, the guy that owns Alterna, he commented somewhere that if the comic industry had followed inflation the way everything else had, comics would be about $1.50, but we all know that they've skyrocketed in the last few years, up to $4, sometimes $5 if you're getting a double issue. This is actually Fear Diaries. This is a double-sized one-shot adventure. It's pretty heavy, $1.99. So this is the most expensive thing I've seen from their offering. They even have some that are $1. I might jump on those. So I was kind of thinking maybe I'd scale back some of my Marvel and DC stuff and make room for this, and you can get a lot more reading material. But it's, you know, it's all new stuff, indie stuff. You know, this is kind of a horror adventure. I've already read through all of it. Again, I might review it, I don't know. And then you've got the Fear Diaries. Something to point out, this is rated E for everyone. So they've got something, you know, for kids too. So it looks like it's kind of like some teddy bears and stuff fighting. This is by the same guy that wrote this, another kind of horror thing. I think it takes place in the woods. And then this I'm pretty excited about. As I was going through the website, Lilith Dark, this little girl, I've got a 1-year-old daughter, so I kind of picture her being pretty adventurous. So, you know, apparently she's going on some adventures. She's got her sword, and she's riding a dinosaur. Again, E for everyone. And it's a four-part limited series. I think they do a lot of those. I don't know if they have anything that's really like ongoing at this point, but they do a lot of limited series. And then they package them up in trades. Trades are like 10 or 12 bucks, I think. Here's a sci-fi adventure. This is teen, I think. Yeah, rated T for teen. Adam Wreck, this is rated E for everyone. This is about a kid, he's exploring space with his parents, and they get hijacked and he gets sent out on the escape pod, so that looks pretty fun. Blood Realm, this was described, this is mature, this was described as if Game of Thrones met Lord of the Rings somehow, you know, kind of a fantasy adventure, I think, with some horror aspects to it. Looked pretty interesting. And then Tinseltown, this is rated T for teen. This lady wants to be a police officer, and kind of the story behind that. But yeah, for 20 bucks, you got a lot to try here, and you know, take what you like and leave the rest and make another order. And I think it's a fun way to do things again, and I love what they're doing with trying to get things in the newsstands again. So I'm gonna leave a link. They have an Indiegogo. They're calling it Alternaween for Halloween, right? And they've got a bunch of rewards you can buy. You can get a mug, a hat. But the coolest thing they're doing for, I think it's $30, they'll send you 50, I think it's 50, you double check me, but 50 E for Everyone comics that you can hand out on Halloween. So if you get a lot of trick-or-treaters, you can dump some candy in and give the kids a comic book. There'll be assorted stuff, so you get a little bit of random things. You can even do a horror bundle, so if you want something that's more mature, I think you can make it all like more mature horror themed stuff instead. But go check it out. I'm gonna put a link. I'll put a link to their Twitter as well, just so you guys can know they're out there. It's nice to know there's options other than the big two, or even, you know, your dark horses and things like that. But again, just kind of spreading the love here. It may not be for you, but if you're looking for something to try that's a little different, give it a shot. All right, guys, thanks. I'll have another couple videos coming up here soon. I got something different planned coming up, but I think you'll enjoy it. But thanks for checking it out. Again, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you guys are already reading Alterna, or if you're interested. If you order some, let me know. And make sure you let Peter and the Alterna guys know as well. Thanks, guys. Bye.